I've been through several building programs over the years, and I've learned a lot in all of them. I've learned some things to do and some things definitely not to do. And I really do wish someone would have told me years ago how to know for sure when the church is ready to enter into a capital program like we've done. We've done some things well, and we've done some things not so well.
There are some things that I wish someone had told me when we started our building project, things that I know now that I didn't know then. For instance, just the cost. If someone could have said to us, this is what it's going to cost, and every single day we were surprised by just the amount of change orders, and every time you get a change order, it costs you more money.
There is certainly a great amount of spiritual development that goes on during the fundraising campaigns for a brand new facility or a relocation. But the truth of the matter is there's also a great amount of spiritual attack.
You know, what I realize is that when you build buildings, it's a major change. And while our church had gone through some change and we'd navigated it well, one thing that I realize now that I didn't realize then is that you need to approach building a building the same way you approach any change in the church.
One of the critical elements is having a unified leadership team. If your team is not unified around the vision and we're sold on it, then you're going to have cracks in the plan as you try to implement it. And so that's really an important factor. Another factor I think is really important is who you put on the building team, on your building committee or on your relocation committee or whatever you're going to call it. But you have to have competent people, but you most of all have to have committed people. They have to also embrace the vision, and they have to be willing to invest the time and energy that it takes to follow through.
I think number one, you have to put in place an architectural building team right up on the front end that holds each other accountable. This team has to have had some proven competencies in building a church. Our thought and theory was, these people are smart enough, they can build, a building if they've never built churches before. So we did not go with an architectural firm or a construction company that actually built a lot of churches. And I would not recommend that on the back end.
But you need to know who your contractor is as soon as possible, because you need them involved in the planning process. Not just the architects, but you need the contractor involved in that process as well, because they're the ones who are going to build it, and the architect's just the one who designs it. And so if those two guys aren't on the same page, you're going to run into a lot of problems and cost overruns.